And welcome. If you're like me, I'm absolutely amazed at everything to do with sci-fi, with interstellar technology, with outer space, rocket ships, and all of that. From a young age, I used to love everything to do with astronomy. I've got a degree in astronomy as well, alhamdulillah, by the grace of Allah, in addition to being a doctor. So if you've been following the news, yesterday was a historic day, 13th of October, 1310. Remember that date. It is historic. We are living in an age. I'm appealing to the Gen Z. Hey, youngsters, you are seeing history in the making. When I was growing up in the 1960s and so on, we used to have love for space rockets, and we used to have school projects to build spaceships. And now we are seeing so many years later, as I'm coming to the end of my life, it's like I was becoming at the beginning of my life. So at the beginning of my life, there was a space race, and now at the end of my life, we have wonderful people like Elon Musk, this fabulous entrepreneur who is showing us amazing things. As a private individual, this is not what countries are doing. He is doing more than what countries can do. So yesterday, an amazing thing he did was his spaceship, the booster, landed back on Earth. Normally these boosters, they get dumped into the ocean, right? Now, why this is historic, I'll tell you why. Because normally you send a spaceship out into outer space, you see the first part falling down, second part falling down, and the main ship then goes orbit, say it's going to the moon or it's going to Mars. But the main booster part then drops into the ocean, or sometimes it explodes, and it's a waste of money. If you can think of it like this, let us say every time you get onto a plane is like disposable. You got to then throw the plane away. Plane only takes you for one ride. Imagine how expensive those tickets will be. But a plane, you can use it over and over again. A taxi, you can use it over and over again. That's why the cost is so cheap. But if they have got to throw a plane every time, say we go from Durban to Cape Town, then by the time it comes to Cape Town, you get rid of the plane, you throw it away. Or you go from Johannesburg to London. By the time it gets to London, you throw the plane away. So it's very expensive. So Elon Musk has done a historic thing where you don't throw the spaceship away. You can reuse it again and again. And people thought it was not possible to do that. So in this very first historic mission, there are thousands of things that can go wrong, thousands upon thousands. And yet he managed to do this. So let's just look at this video. This is from the BBC, and let's see what they're showing. Let's see how this rocket is coming down. There's it coming. And these big arms, it's catching it. And there it landed safely. So what you have done now, you as a human being, you have watched history, right? This is history in the making, right? So let's just go back again. It's coming down, and thanks to BBC for covering this. This is history in the making. So these big things on the side, they got different names to it. They call it the chops. I prefer calling it the chopsticks. You see, here's the spaceship going off, and here's the whole the launcher itself, right? So the launcher, it's called a Mechazilla, and you'll find people calling it different names. Some people call it the Mechazilla, some people are calling it the Godzilla, some people are calling it the Crazy Crab and the Lobster Pincher, so various names. But the name that I like is this one here called the chopsticks. The chopsticks, these two arms on the side, as this rocket booster is coming down, it grabbed it and it got hold of it. But imagine the speed. It's going at thousands of miles an hour, kilometers per hour. It had to be slowed down. There were thousands of things that could go wrong. And fortunately, two major achievements occurred. The spaceship itself, the part where the crew are, that landed safely in the ocean as expected at the precise GPS location which Elon Musk and his team specified. And the second part, the booster, which normally is disposable, the booster has now been caught by these chopsticks. Absolutely amazing, subhanallah, absolutely amazing. So this for the Gen Z. There's exciting times that you're living in. Stay well. This is breaking news. Look after yourself. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen.